y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the latest episode of Abbott Elementary entitled Gifted Program. So the episode synopsis is that Janine convinces Ava to start a gifted program at the school, and it's going to be taught by Jacob. And while at the same time, Barbara pushes Melissa to start dating again. So a gifted child transferred to Abbott Elementary, and of course everybody is like, oh, you know, they're so excited and everything, because you know Abbott has a lot of underprivileged children. So you know, to have somebody gifted come to the school, it's like, oh, okay, this is different. Especially Ava, she definitely gets excited because she's like, oh, I can brag to all my friends and stuff, saying I got gifted kids. They think they're so much better than me, but now I got a gifted kid. So this inspires Janine to want to start a gifted program, and she talks about how she used to be a gifted child growing up. And just a sidebar, I also was in the gifted program as a child as well. And so Ava is explaining that, yeah, we have the funds for the program and stuff, but you know, I can't touch it. I tried to touch it, but yeah, in order for us to use the funds, we would have to have somebody to teach the program, and you know, we don't have anybody that has the time. So then Janine realizes that Jacob has like a break during the day to where he could teach some gifted students. It all sounds like a great idea. Everybody jumps on board, but of course with all of Janine's ideas, they have good intentions, but then it turns out that, you know, there's other sides to things that she hadn't considered, and then stuff just goes haywire. And Gregory, he just nonchalant about the whole thing. Like, he just like, I'm here so I won't get fired. That's the whole vibe that I always get from Greg whenever he's in the scene. He just look like, I'm here so I won't get fired. Like, he ain't got no encouraging words. He's just like, okay, yeah, whatever, we're gonna start a gifted program, whoop-de-doo. And then there's Jacob. He's excited too. It seems like he even more excited than Janine. I don't know, maybe it makes him feel special to be the one to teach the gifted children. Yeah, so you know, since the show been going on, we've been noticing that, you know, Greg and Janine kind of got a lot of little chemistry between each other. But this episode shows us that they're not the only ones that, you know, got the little heart eyes for each other. Melissa has a little crush as well. She's in the teacher's lounge with Barbara, and then the vending machine guy, he shows up, and you know, he's all buff and everything, and you know, they flirting with each other. So Barbara's like, so she's like, Melissa, you need to hop up on that. He giving you the signals and stuff, you know, why don't you throw him back and, you know, try to get him to take you out on a date. So Melissa explains, like, you know, she's divorced and everything, so she's kind of hesitant about hopping into the dating pool. Barbara's trying to convince her or whatever to give the guy some hints and stuff, because he really seemed like he's feeling her, and you know, try to give him a shot. So Melissa does shoot her little shot with him and stuff, you know, flirts with him. So he's like, oh, okay, he invites her on a date. And it's like to Dave & Buster's or something. And she's like, hold up, red flag. Like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. So Barbara's like, come on now, you know, you gotta give him a chance. You know, how you gonna just give up so easily? She's explaining, like, you know, my husband, he's a good man. You know, he wasn't always the perfect husband like he is now. You know, he had his ways in the beginning, but I had to mold him. You know, sometimes you gotta mold these men and stuff. So Barbara doesn't want Melissa to give up so easily. So Melissa's caught in a tight spot. Like, should I give him a chance or not? Like, am I being too judgmental? She ends up calling her ex-husband and talking to him, and you know, trying to feel him out and stuff, and like where he is in his point in life and why he felt like maybe they didn't work out and stuff. And he's very encouraging to her, you know, and basically, you know, giving her his blessing, like, you know, if there's somebody that you interested in, you know, you ought to give him a shot. In the meantime, the gifted program, it seems to be having a great start and everything. You know, they come and they pick out the select students to go off with Jacob and, you know, have their time. And then Gregory's like, hold up there, y'all taking all the kids in my class that speak. Like, now I'm gonna have to be the one to speak. Like, hold up now. So of course in the gifted class, they get to do the fun things. They get the little chickens and everything. They get the eggs and they put them under the light, and they're being taught about like the reproductive system, and they see the eggs hatch. And so the other kids, they're walking by the class and they're saying these things. They're like, oh, this is cool, I want to do this too. Like, you know, when am I gonna get a chance to hatch some chickens? So then Janine starts to feel bad, and you know, she's seeing the other side of things, and she's like, you know, I want my kids to feel special too. Like, I want to be able to give them eggs, you know, so that they can also have this experience. So she goes to Ava like, hey, you know, can I also get some eggs for my kids? And Ava's like, sky. Now, I done told you before we even started this program, we had to be specific with the funds and stuff. I can't give you no money. The money is just for the gifted kids. It's not for you regular kids. And Janine has the bright idea to go to Melissa, because we know Melissa, she connected to different people. She got her ways to, you know, get her hands on things. You know, you just don't ask no questions. You just tell her what you need, and she knows a guy that knows a guy. So Janine goes to Melissa like, you know, could you get me some eggs? And Melissa's like, yeah, sure, you know, first thing tomorrow I'll have you some eggs. Come to find out, this lady ends up giving her snake eggs. Janine's all freaking excited about her kids, you know, seeing the eggs hatch and everything. They all crowded around. Eggs start hatching. It's freaking snakes. Everybody screaming and everything. It was just a disaster. She jumping up on the tables and everything. One of the little girls, she goes up and picks up one of her baby snakes and she throws it up in the air. What the world she thought was gonna happen? She thought that wings was gonna pop out and it was gonna start flying like a baby bird up in the sky. Oh Lord Jesus. Now it's snakes in the school. They gotta call somebody to come out and try to, you know, get all the snakes and everything, round them up. So finally Gregory, you know, he talks to Janine and stuff, and he's explaining to her that he doesn't think that the program is working. He thinks that they need to try to decide, you know, something else to do, like try to cancel the program. So at first Janine is defensive, and then he explains that he was one of the kids that wasn't chosen for the gifted program, and it was because he didn't test well. And it didn't mean that he wasn't as smart as the gifted kids. It's just that, you know, some kids learn differently. So then he points to Janine, you know, out the different students, and he's like explaining to them that, oh, this kid may be good at gardening, this kid may be good at something else. You know, just because they don't test well doesn't mean they're not smart. And he also explains of how it felt for him not to be chosen to be in that program, and how like it affected his confidence. And then Janine's like, you know, you're smart too, like I hate that you felt that way and stuff. So it's like, dang, you know, I did all this thinking that I was helping the kids, when, you know, in reality it was like she was making some of the kids feel inferior to the others. But yeah, can we just talk about these children that are acting in the show Abbott Elementary? They are, not only are they cute as buttons, but they are so funny. So the little kid genius that transferred to Abbott Elementary that started this whole gifted program debate or whatever, Ava took him under her wing. She's like, yeah, this my little kid right here that I'm gonna brag to everybody about and everything. And he is just like, you know how Ava be coming at everybody, she be having her quick little things, he be coming at her too, like, so what does the principal do? It look like you ain't got no job, you don't do nothing. And she can't say nothing. She looking like this little brat, you know, when she can't say nothing. He's like getting on her nerves and stuff, and he's, you know, coming at her, and she's like, you know, he got a smart mouth. Basically, she looking at him like that. She was thinking that the gifted program was gonna be, you know, a good thing for her. She was looking at it as something for her, because you know Ava is freaking selfish. She ain't even really looking at what's best for the kids and everything. She was just thinking that she was gonna be like the female Professor X or whatever from the X-Men, and had these like little special children around her that she could brag about, be like, you know, these children are special because I helped mold them into this or something, you know. But yeah, in the end they got rid of the gifted program, and they ended up coming up with something else that like can incorporate all the children, so nobody will feel bad, you know, about anything. But yeah, the end of the episode, I just knew that Janine and Gregory was about to get together when they was walking to their cars and everything, was talking to each other, and Janine was telling him how he was special. Then she had her little joke at the end. I just started laughing. But yeah, this is definitely a slow burn little romantic flirtation that I am loving. I love the fact that they like teasing us in every episode about, you know, Gregory and Janine's attraction to each other. But yeah, when Jacob was leaning out that car window, they was looking at him like, what in the world, what's going on? He's like, you know, I found the 2 missing snakes, because when the lady came to catch the snakes, she was like, you know, it's supposed to be 8 snakes, but she only caught 6, so it's 2 missing. He was like, you know, 2 that's missing, like in my car. They done climbed out of my bag, they in my car. He done jumped out the car, ran up in the school. He taking his coat off. One of the snakes is in the coat. just a mess. But yeah, you guys, that's my recap and commentary on Abbott Elementary. This show is hilarious. If you haven't already, make sure that you check it out on ABC and Hulu. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click that notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I make an upload. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.